Hello.
This
Is
the
greatest
podcast
you
have
ever
heard.
in your fuck. That's 2 words.
I start from the beginning.
Okay.
Or sentence by sentence.
No. It's word by word.
Word by word. You guys are making.
2, 1. One.
Shorties.
This is.
That's 2 words.
It's fine. It's fine.
The greatest
Podcast
you
have ever
seen in
your life
and
heard.
In your life.
my.
Why? Because it is us.
I
Flo
said
Brown
my.
Lady. Huh?
I said my.
No. Stop. Start all over. I'm just gonna do it.
Okay.
What's going on, everyone? Hope you're having a wonderful, whatever time of day it is for you.
We're such
We
a
are coming
sexy
to
bunch.
you live from the basement of our
Dear friend.
co-host, co-producer, co-friend,
OnlyFans
co-league.
star.
Shlok. And the topic of today's episode is how important it is to build the right type of friendships. Now, maybe we are not the best people to talk about the actual importance of building friends. However, I believe that we have lived enough and experienced enough to talk about why it was important to have the right friends in our lives and why it may be important for you, dear viewers / listeners / audience.
We have one
Listen.
audience number.
Hmm?
We have an audience number.
Yes, we do.
We have
All of them.
several
Now,
people who are watching.
why is it important? It is important for many reasons. Aryan will tell you the first one.
So, for one, camaraderie. It's humans are social creatures.
Facts, bro.
We cannot go through life being alone, because that causes a multitude of different things.
You know, I have proof of that too. Because in the olden times, right, back when we were still going ooga, 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 and had spears and hunted people, hunted things, my bad, hunted things, you know, why was it important to be part of a community? Because one man could not take down a woolly mammoth alone. I had 5, 6. I had a couple more men then, and all of a sudden that mammoth is not looking too big now, is it? You know, it's not a big man anymore. It's still a big man, but you can take it down easier. And then you have people to share the food with. Okay, right? Or let's say,
Bro, what you're describing was all the Toronto mans I've seen going to McDonald's in order to bunch of big nuggets together and then like eat them.
This is literally this one McDonald's on Spadina, right near campus. For reference, I go to U of T. But that's exactly how people talk.
anyway, the point being, if you were in olden times and you were ooga boogooing alone, the mammoth was gonna take you out. But if you had the boys, you were taking the mammoth out. Guess who was getting fed that night? Not the loner.
The boys.
The boys.
Boys. That is the importance of boyship.
And the women and all the other genders.
Le tout le show.
Exactly.
These shows.
I think.
Anyway,
I think having the boys has been one of the greatest things in my life.
facts. Bro, it's been a tremendous. My life has been a tremendous journey, full of ups and many downs, many dubs, many L's. But I have come to realize that most of my dubs have featured the boys or friends or family in one way or another. You think about it. At least for me personally, if I get given good news, nice news, achi news, or bad news, one of the first things to me is, yo, I gotta go tell someone, right? Some people need to know, they need to share, they need to acknowledge me. I'm just joking. But it's nice to, even like, you guys, the boys sitting here, when y'all get good news, you know, you go say it on the group chat and all the boys get happy. And that's like a sense of elation. Like, because there's an age-old saying, it goes, if you want to grow fast, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far,
Go together.
go together.
Yeah.
Right? Let's say we take 3 cars, one runs out of gas. Well, now the second one can go get gas, come back, put it in the car, and boom, you're good. But if you're alone, you run out of gas because you're horrible at planning. Now you gotta walk to the nearest gas station, or you gotta call CA to come pick you up. You gotta call someone else. You know, you wouldn't have that issue if you had a bunch of people with you. It's granted not my best analogy, but an analogy nonetheless.
No, I think your best analogy was the woolly mammoth. I don't think anything can top the woolly mammoth.
that was
Holy mammoth
comedic example, and it got to the point. But this topic reminded me.
I think the woolly mammoth got struck by the point. Not
Yes. Well, many points. Many.
Yeah,
Because the boys all have spears.
Yeah.
yeah. Times.
Exactly.
Okay, but this reminded me of a recent, not a study, but a statement made by U.S. health officials that basically being lonely is as equal to having 15 cigarettes a month. Like it deteriorates your mental health, but also has some sort of effect on, physical effect on your body. Now, there's probably exaggeration on 15 like cigarettes, but being lonely has always had a bad effect on people. Even to introverted people, they have to have some sort of connection. Even if it's digital, they need to have connection. But when we're in groups, when we're communicating, when we're talking more, people are usually happy. Like, why do you see people with families, they're usually happy, and then you see that lone person, they're
Well,
usually...
think about it. Isn't that the entire concept of a quote-unquote party? Can't have a party alone.
That's true.
Right?
There's no I in team.
But there's a M that...
But it's not the right way. It's the wrong way.
No. It's EM with them.
Okay, no, I was making a joke.
As in many people.
No, I was making a joke of what Kobe said to Shaq about that. But, you know.
EM. Man down.
What?
Okay, no.
Anyway, so I think this how long has it been? Like maybe 5 minutes. I think this 5 minutes, 6 minutes is a testament to why you need friends in your life.
True. How are you supposed to do a podcast with no friends?
Bro, we sat here and laughed about nothing, and y'all laughed with us. Don't lie.
I will look you dead in the eye, and if you haven't laughed, you're gonna start laughing now.
Exactly. And if you haven't,
Say something
then-
funny.
Say something funny.
You're laughing. No.
I am coming.
That literally.
Watch me.
Yes. For reference. And completely side me. Like, wow, not even related. Yes, related actually. Very related. We went to go watch Ant-Man as a group.
Oh God.
Oh man.
That was a
And
horrible movie.
Ant-Man was not the greatest movie I've seen.
Very disappointing.
Okay, I don't want Marvel to come sue us.
Paul Rudd, you're the only thing that saved that movie.
Not just him.
And Jonathan Majors.
Who?
We can't say that right now. We can't say that right now.
He did a good job in the movie.
He did a good job as an actor. As an
That's
actor.
the most iconic line.
We're not making no judgment on his other things.
Listen, yeah. All of our thoughts in this particular moment are reserved entirely to the movie, the production, and the acting within the movie. Don't care what kind of people they are outside of that movie. They're dead to me. So, within that movie, except Paul Rudd, but within that movie, so while we were watching the movie, it was maybe subpar by some people's standards. There was a line, which I don't think it was said very seriously, and it was supposed to be very serious, but you know, me and Aryan and all the boys actually we share a very childish sense of
Colorful
humor.
sense of humor.
Yeah, we laugh at stupid things.
Comedy is...
There was a line. I forget the context. But
Oh no, because
The variants. The
listen, dude, you need this is advanced humor. It's not really advanced humor, but like they're talking about variants and stuff. This is in the quantum verse. Well, the movie is called Quantumania. So anyway, the antagonist,
Yes.
Kang the Conqueror, or Jonathan Majors' character goes. I think Paul Rudd asks, "What's coming?"
or who's coming?
or "Who's coming?" And Jonathan Major goes, "No, me. I'm coming.
And the
A
thing is,
lot of me
No.
is coming."
he said it literally, no blinking, dead looking at him, and he's like, "I'm."
Mind you,
He's coming.
his character's daughter is in the other side of the jail being not tortured,
Yeah,
but
tortured.
almost
She's being tortured.
Tortured.
tortured. So it's like
It's
the,
like a
the
dead
whole
serious.
frame
It's
of
a whole dead
context.
serious moment in a
the
movie.
butterfly effect, like
Yeah, the point is, it was meant to be a very serious part of the movie, and I honestly walked out of the theater with that, like, let's be honest, we laughed for like 5 minutes.
Literally, the entire scene was quiet, and then we're just laughing.
And this is like opening
The entire
weekend.
theater was, yo, invested into the movie. Everyone's like, is Cassie gonna be okay? Yo, what's Paul gonna do? Not Paul. What's his name? In Scott. What's Scott gonna do? And then these two idiots just sitting there going.
And you said, because I see these guys laughing, I just start laughing for no reason.
Yeah, but anyway, that's the importance of having friends who vibe on the same wavelength as you, because we took a moment that, like, very apparently no one else found funny.
Apparently, it's supposed to be probably the most serious moment in the movie.
Yeah.
It was funny,
It was very funny.
and I refuse to believe that was done on accident.
Like, okay, you got a giant, like, apple-headed villain running around, flying in a spaceship.
We're not talking about the movie anymore. Back to this. No, so that's maybe moving on to a little bit of a more serious topic is when I was in high school, and this is where the importance of making good friends comes into it. I had a lot of friends. Now, in this day and age, at the ripe old age of 21, I think I've mellowed in my old age, and I understand now that the importance is placed on the quality of friendships and not the quantity of friendships. Well, when I was in grade 12, I had a lot of friends, or so I thought. Now, an event transpired closer to the beginning or the end of first semester of grade 12. The event being I crashed my Mercedes into a car. No, into a tree, which was worse. Much worse. Now, that led to me losing a lot of my friends. And I was quite depressed, I'm not gonna lie. Imagine being 18 with
17,
18 with your own bands, right? And then what do? You wrap it around the tree. Insert that Olaf meme. Oh, look at me, I'm impaled. See? That's what it was. And a lot of the people that I had counted on being there for me actually turned against me. Which is another story, But suddenly, I had a lot of friends, and that went down to like barely any friends. To the point now where those people in grade 12, I don't talk to, I don't keep up with, I don't do anything. Don't text them. If I see them sometimes, most of them, we don't even say wagwan in real life. Right? Like we just avoid each other. But now, the people that I have around me, I don't even consider them friends anymore. I consider all y'all family. It's to the point where you literally sleep next to me. I was looking at Mr. Producer, not you guys, but moving on. Yeah, to the point where I know that if I was to get into a car crash again, which inshallah I won't. And like I said, I've mellowed in my old age.
It's just not on my head now.
There we go.
Property, transfer property. Anyway, now I understand the importance of having friends like that, because I feel like I can actually come and talk to you guys about whatever, and a lot of it goes into culture.
Yeah.
The fact of the matter is, I'm not racist, but most of my friends they look like me, they talk like me, they act like me. Right? I have a few friends I think I have one friend who's Russian, and that is the closest
Shout out
to a white friend that I have. And a couple of Asian boys.
Yeah.
And the rest of them, they look like me, talk like me, act like me, eat the same food as me. And that has lent into the ease of friendship. Like all of you I share a lot of things with. Like whether I'm sad, whether I'm mad, whether I'm out of rhyming words, but I feel like I have the capacity, like that capacity has been afforded to me through all of your guys' existences, that I can be like, yo, I'll text in the group chat, yo, I'd be sad in that. And then I won't be sad. Hey, it was a serious moment.
This is just you coming.
Because we sent text to the group chat. I remember a bunch of times when someone like using
Oh my god.
and then
One of our dear friends. One of our dear friends
he's
here.
like, so Max Verstappen, he needs to transfer.
I
Somebody
swear.
could die.
No, I swear I was talking about something that was like I was really pissed about, and Warren goes, "Oh my god, Max Verstappen just crashed."
No.
Yes.
It wasn't Verstappen. It was Charles Leclerc.
Yeah, Charles
Yeah,
Leclerc.
yeah.
It's like, oh my god, and I'm like pouring my heart out. I'm like on the verge of like I'm on the verge of like breaking my phone. I'm like really sad, upset, and the Warren's like I type out like 18 messages, paragraph long, and Warren's like, "Oh my god, Charles Leclerc." Like I love him, but like he crashed into with something, a tree or whatever.
What's gonna be the future for him?
It was funny. But the fact of the matter is, I don't know if it helped Aryan, but it was pretty funny.
And I feel like 90% of the time, those texts that happen from any single person are always interrupted by this certain friend of ours, whom we love.
But
All of our heart.
Yeah.
No, but I think I personally found a silver lining in that because it makes that situation more mundane to me. I'm like, this is not the end of the world. I still have my friends. I still have my family. I can
Still have
fix
Charles
this.
Leclerc who's gonna crash in the third corner.
Yeah.
But I can fix all this as long as I don't lose you guys to death or any other ailments. Pray to God.
Knocking on wood.
Knock on wood. I pray to God. Everything's gonna be alright.
That's what it is, right?
Yes.
It takes the sting out of certain things. It's you sort of understand the saying, it's not as bad as it could be, because being sad and lonely
It's
is
worse
way worse than being sad and with the boys.
As Dominic Toretto once said, I ain't got friends.
I got
Oh my
family.
god, the Fast 10 movies coming out.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. No, they added another movie. They said it's gonna be a 2-part finale. It's gonna be a 3-part.
Wait, is it a 3-part? I
It's
thought
now
it
it's 3-part.
Three-part now.
I thought 11 was how many movies they were doing.
That's what I thought.
Sorry.
So 11 is going to be the last
parts of it.
So 11.
No, technically 12.
Low-key.
Because you can't end on a prime number.
No.
But they're gonna say we can't end on 3. We have to make it a 3.
Not a prime number.
But they also you showed them the first part and they said, "Can you guys make this into 3 parts, please?"
Wait, and so because was 9 the beginning of the finale? Or
No.
Because 10 is gonna be the first part, and then 11 is gonna be the second part of the finale. But now they're making it a 3-parter, so it's gonna be 12.
No, but this is called 10 part 1. 10 part 2.
This is why it's very important to also have friends. Because watching these movies alone is unbearable, but with friends, you can laugh till they...
Yes, I agree. 100%.
Except Tokyo Drift.
There was a couple of good ones there. You know, Too Fast, Too Furious. Fire.
Fire.
I like the first 4 were, I like the first 3.
First 5.
First 5, yeah, I can
Fast
give...
5 was sick.
I can give it.
That was like the beginning of where these things were kind of getting crazy.
7 was good, apart from the fact when there were a lot of questionable scenes.
When they threw the cars out of the helicopter.
Like,
And
there were a lot of
towers.
questions.
And they also did jump the car through the tower.
Through the tower.
I don't think I remember the last ending of the fight. Where Dom Toretto jumps off, like, he stopped.
He stops on the parking garage and collapses.
And Deckard Shaw basically falls into that. Why do I know this
They
character's
threw
name?
the car through a whole cliff and he survived.
Yeah, that was the Charger, right?
Yeah, he came out.
Anyway,
No wounds, nothing.
He's a Superman. That's all it means.
back to the importance of having good friends.
You know, I had a similar situation, although not necessarily a similar situation, but in the sense that I had a lot of friends in the 10th grade, 11th grade. I had a big group of friends, right? I talk to 0 of them right now. 10th and 11th grade, whatever friends I had, I don't talk to them at all. I will never see them or talk to them on social media. I will see, if I see them in a passing, I will maybe say hi to some of them, but a lot of them I will never ever talk to. And I think that's just what kind of time shows you, right? Because over the course of your life, you will have people that come into your life, you will have people that leave, right? But the people that stay are the ones that show that they are important to you. Drop your mic here.
You know, I often look at life as a train ride.
Yeah.
You get on the train
Yeah.
when you're born,
Yeah.
and the station that you get off is where you die.
Yeah.
Now, along this train ride, you have people who've already been on the train, who you meet, such as your parents, family, and every time someone gets into your life, someone of any sort of significance whatsoever, that's a stop in your life.
Yeah.
Because between that stop, that period of time where that person is in your life, to the period of time where that person leaves, for whatever reason, or if they don't leave, that is a very significant part of your life.
It is. And I think when they do leave, it's also significant.
Yeah.
Because when they do leave, it shows you a learning, right? There's some kind of learning from that, right? There's some kind of experiences that you gain from the fact that they've been in your life. Also leaving, right? It teaches you how to let go, right? Because that person's played a significant role in your life. And the moment they leave, you have to learn to let go, right? And I think that it teaches you a big thing, because while these people were a big important thing in your life, at that moment, they weren't meant to stay. And for them to stay, maybe might not have been beneficial to you. Maybe they weren't the right people for you to be around, right? And I think the people who do stay are the ones that are meant to be in your life. Because everything happens for a
I
reason.
have something to say along those lines. It's funny you say, like, some people you have to learn to let them go, right?
Yeah.
So I remember last year, like this time last year, I was talking to a close friend of mine from like the beginning of uni. And then middle of the summer, this person just ups and outs, completely gone. Don't talk to them, don't know where they are, got no clue. To this day, I still think about, this friend having left. And you kind of think about these kind of friends who just up and go. And a part of me, it does say that, yeah, like, I wish they stayed around. Like, it was nice to have them around. But at the same time, you do have to make peace with that fact for your own growth's sake, because there is a point to where these relationships, if you try to hold on to them, can be detrimental to your own personal growth, right?
Yeah.
I think everyone who comes into your life for the period of time that they're in your life is the individual you needed at that time.
I fully agree. I have this one friend that I had. Everyone knows who she was at the time. She was a very good friend of mine through my third year. And I think that whatever I learned through that time. We all know.
No.
I'm not gonna say her name on camera because I don't share talk.
No, she has a name, the unnamed.
Well, no. I'll tell you guys who it was at the time. But she was a good friend of mine. Right?
We all very well aware of who it is.
No, you don't know who I'm talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know who I'm talking about. You probably think it's someone else. And no.
How many herds have you had in your past who have played this role?
Just one.
No, not this role. This role was so.
For the record, I am as confused as everyone.
I'm not going to. No, you know what? I'm going to continue. The more I do this, I'm going to continue digging myself into a role.
That's true. You're watching the dig yourself.
I will. To the person, I know there's one person who's questioning who this person is, and I will explain this to you who this is.
I'm questioning.
Yes, but I will. Anyways, this person played a very, very big role in the fact that I was again at a low point in my life. And they provided me with the
nutrients.
That sounds very bad. I am
The company.
It was a platonic. No.
Okay, no, don't say that. They provided you with a proper company.
No.
Assistant.
Providing you proper company just sounds wrong in so many different ways. Sorry.
I'm in the company of this person. We're just talking to each other.
Let's just say.
Okay, let me tell you. I will put this in the best way possible. This person was very much like a sister to me.
Do not ever say that he's like this very guy.
What the hell are you talking about? That's the. I'm gonna shut up. Goodbye. You know what? You want to tag in, bro? I'm gonna look to this.
Mr. Producer behind the scenes.
Wait. Okay, so if I had to make a point to contribute to this, I probably don't know who we talk about, but you have to understand when a person enters in as a friendship, how to start it, but also when to end a friendship, especially before it becomes toxic. Because somewhere in your life, you guys just change paths, and at that same time of changing paths, you also change hobbies, whatever you have in common, and sometimes the base level of value you hold to each other stops retaining, and you have to understand to let them go. Like I had some people like that in my life as well in first year university, grade 11, and some people in grade 12. And I found power in ending the relationship in a very happy way, because when I meet them again, there's no grievances of we ending the friendship. We're still peers. We're still people that can talk very friendly to each other and reminisce. But we just don't communicate, and that's a good thing. You can end friendships happily and at a good point, and they don't have to be always toxic or some sort of bad situation.
But I don't think those types of friendships are the ones that you end. You designate a time where you're like, okay, we're not friends anymore. I think it's more so like it's just a natural thing.
Yeah, it's a natural thing. So that's what I'm saying. It's important to have those types of relationships.
Yeah, because I was gonna ask if you ended relationships on a good term, like friendship-wise. Please teach me, Shaluk, because to this day I have not figured that out yet. I wholeheartedly admit that I'm still very flawed in that aspect. Like,
But I don't think it's I don't know if it's necessarily a flaw, because again, it takes two to tango.
it takes two to tango, but then there's a big part of blame as well, right? You take a lot of blame, even though you might look at that that friendship, relationship, whatever you want to call it. You might look back in retrospect and think of it as a very rosy, very bright affair. But when you think about it, you take a lot of the guilt about like you lost this person and maybe you were the reason why, right?
But maybe that's something that friendship about the whole letting go part wants to teach you.
That's the lesson that it's trying to teach you.
Don't take the blame on you.
Don't take the blame on you.
That is not. It's not only your fault. All the friendships that I've lost, all the friendships that he's lost, whatever. It's
It's
not
been the other person's fault.
right. Well,
No,
Totally, like,
No,
I
sometimes-
really wish
no.
I think good things.
sometimes it's no one's fault. You have to understand that when a relationship comes to its natural end, it's because you guys have lost interest or a tie that you had previously. For whatever reason, time's been spent, you've talked enough about a person. Like, if I'm stuck with a person in an elevator, it comes to a certain point where we can't talk about things because it becomes completely uncomfortable. So it's time to like release, get off on that floor that you need to get off at, and then walk the rest of the way up the stairs. Because I'm not gonna keep on talking to them and I'm
But what if one person lost interest?
What?
What if only one person lost interest?
that's a very good point.
It's very simple. Everyone who comes into your life is either a blessing or a lesson, or both.
He still doesn't answer his question.
Then that was a lesson, my brother.
Okay, so
Well,
then
it started out as a blessing.
Mhm.
And what you needed at the time was not them anymore.
Don't be desperate. Don't always have self-respect. That
I think that's
Yeah.
that's something that I've had to like work on for the past, like, I think since the 10th grade. I've always been someone, I've been thought of as a pushover at some points, right? A lot of people think of me as a pushover, and I think recently I've started to learn to, take charge, be a little bit more assertive, frank, whatever that means. And yeah, it's helping. It's the most important thing is what it's teaching me is teaching me to be confident in myself. I haven't been super happy in myself, but I have to say, within the past like 3-something weeks, 4 weeks, I feel great. I think and I think that's the lesson that I had to learn, and it's taken me a lot of friendships ending, a lot of things ending for me to learn that.
I'm taking Chuck's Roadhouse again.
Or we went to Chuck's Roadhouse.
Remember?
When we were
Wonderland?
Chuck's.
That was our fault.
no,
No, that was my fault. We learned.
But no, dude, we've been through too much. Our friendship is never ending. We've been
No,
way too
it's
much.
not about it ending. It's like, it also goes to you. You have to understand when you make mistakes. I've made mistakes in friendships here, friendships here. With every friend I've ever had, I made mistakes. The thing is, when you have to learn to recognize those mistakes and fix them. And that is a key thing. I'm
That's
prouder.
another aspect on the importance of making great friendships is it teaches you who you are as a person and it teaches you the boundaries that you set yourselves and the boundaries that other people set for you, and how to meet those boundaries both as a person and as an individual outside in the friendship.
And can I just add one more thing? Are those boundaries important to creating those long-lasting friendships, or is it?
Absolutely, I don't want none of y'all to see me shower.
Because no, not just that. That is a discussion for off camera.
I will convince them otherwise.
But I think what I'm trying to say is that but what I'm trying
I'll
to say.
solve it while I'm in the shower. That's something that I.
He was actually, I won't say that on yeah, right, about an incident.
But what I'm saying is that isn't like. Do you learn, like, over time, you do learn your boundaries, right? And I think, are those the boundaries that essentially help you find your own people? Because people who have similar boundaries are the ones who, I've noticed, tend to stay in my life the most, or the longest.
I fully agree, because
you have to share those boundaries, right? You can't have different sets of boundaries and try and compromise, because that compromise can only happen to a certain point. And if you continue compromising beyond both of yours boundaries, whoever is in this friendship, relationship, whatever you want to call it, if you're compromising beyond those boundaries, is that the point where you start to then drift apart, or where you lose that friendship?
I think so. With me, I specifically have, when it comes to the way I look at relationships, friends, whatever, right? Any type of like family, any type of thing, right? I have a very, very high tolerance in that I will give a lot of people many chances. I will give a lot of people many chances to make mistakes, to mess up, to do me dirty, whatever, right? And that could be a flaw. That also could be a little bit of a good side of me, because I'm willing to give a person a second chance, right? I'm willing to look at the good in people. But it's also a little bit of the naiveness in me, because I think that people are going to change when they probably don't. But once I reach that point, this person is now dead to me, right? And I think it's important to have people in your life. For me specifically, it's important for me to have people in my life, right, who will never, ever, ever get to that level of tolerance, or that breaking point of mine. And those are the people that are currently in my life, right? Shulk and I specifically have had a lot of disagreements when we were kids, right? When we were like 4th grade, 8th grade, whatever, right? We've had a lot of disagreements, right? But he's never once reached that point of tolerance, that breaking point for mine. And I can literally so confidently say he never will. Never, ever, ever will.
No one tests my tolerance for my boundaries more than Shulk. I find myself consistently having to push them further and further and further.
I apologize for that.
No. I like to think of it as it makes me grow as a human being. To accept your idiocy. I'm completely joking. I would not trade Shulk for the world. Or a GT3 RS. If having Shulk in my life forever meant I could not even look at a GT3 RS again, I would.
That's a big thing, man.
Don't do it. Please don't do it. Sit down.
Keep talking so close over there. Keep talking. Say something. Oh, they hugged over there. I don't know if the... Yes.
Anyway, I feel the same way about all of you guys. Right?
Well, Mitzi and I have shared a lot of experiences in Vancouver.
A lot.
Yo,
I witnessed that.
That's a beautiful segue. I was just about to talk about. See, this is the power of friendship, innit? Telepatheticness.
Telekinesis. I can move things with my mind.
That's telekinesis, yeah.
Exactly.
That is telekinesis.
Anyway, so yeah, we went to Vancouver. And it was the 4 of us. We went to Vancouver.
I have no recollection.
And then
Plus an extra person.
One of our friends off camera who is on the floor.
Bang them.
We.
Good boy. You were talking.
Anyway, yeah, we went to Vancouver as a group, and I think we did less on that trip than I've ever done on any trip. But I would thoroughly put it like top 2 trips of all time.
Yeah, we did nothing. We went to the mall 4 times.
I blame
Hey, we went to the mall. We sat on a bus that went across the water.
We biked in the scorching heat
That was the most.
that was fun.
Our first day was the most adventurous day ever, and then after that we gave up.
because of the fact that we decided to bike on the hottest day, and then
We visited, or I visited, more of my friends' family members in that trip than I have in my life.
That's
I
true.
saw your uncle and your uncle, and your aunt and your aunt,
And his cousins.
and your cousins. Your cousin had not been born yet.
Yes.
exactly.
But no, it was fun. We did nothing. We didn't do nothing.
We did a lot of
Did
stuff.
have
Also did.
potentially the best ice cream I've ever had in my life.
Yes.
Dude, I went back and had that this time.
I was
Still
so jealous
tastes
when you
so
had
good.
that. I was
It
so
still
jealous.
tastes so
fact
good.
is, that's just what you get when you're with like-minded people, with people who you share experiences with, that the unmemorable becomes the unforgettable.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I honestly those little things from.
I should be a poet.
This is why you should go on to TED Talks.
Twitter.
No, not Twitter, please. Twitter already has enough.
Facebook.
Actually, Twitter is going to be CEO finally.
Yes.
So good news on that, or bad news, however you may take it.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk, because
That's old news.
no, but
So he appointed a new one.
he's appointed new.
Yeah,
That's
he's
what I'm saying.
appointed-
He's appointed new CEO.
A woman.
Yes.
Yes.
Former CEO of Discovery something, right?
Really?
Yeah.
I like women. Women are smart.
No, that's not why. Twitter is a cesspool for a lot of.
I would know. I've heard my own professor talked about it being a breeding ground for political discontent.
I would say this. Another thing about friendship, mentioning Twitter.
Even, on the Vancouver trip, even if one of our friends was incapacitated the entire trip, it was still fun being around him.
He was.
I
And
took
you
my
advised him.
Dude,
You advised him.
I have never, even on the New York trip, me and him went to New York together, along with the other person who was off camera. We went to New York together. I have to say, I disliked him a lot more on the Vancouver trip because he would not take his Pepto-Bismol.
And we had suggested that from
He
day
took
one.
Pepto-Bismol the last day, and he was fine.
Okay, no, but the last year to me was fine. The last
That's because you took your Pepto-Bismol. All you had to do was take Pepto-Bismol.
you guys don't understand.
And said individual here, our dear friend, decided to depart from our room in the middle of the morning
Go to the hospital.
without any of us being informed of this.
I texted that.
No,
You texted us after you had left.
No, he texted us at 6 in the morning saying, "Hey, I took an Uber, I'm going to the
Very
hospital." And we're all asleep. We wake up, we're like, "Where'd you look?" He's probably gone to the hot tub. We look at the phone, he's in the hospital. Oh,
And,
Well,
and
he's gone to
understanding
the
that has
hospital.
some people here actually hungover.
no. Wait, that wasn't that day.
Oh, no,
That was a different day.
That was a different day.
I have no.
Point being,
Parents, I have never had
offered a
any.
mirror
No,
when you were.
Hey, no. It's
point being,
I don't have any recollection of that event. To my parents.
Mr.
That was
Beastburger was
without a
horrible.
That was
October.
horrible.
point being, we had subpar food, subpar weather, a hospital visit. There was 5 people in a 4-people room.
Oh my god.
We were sharing beds with more than one individual at one point. Many people threw up, many times. The hot tub was one of our best friends. We still had fun because we was with the right people.
Exactly.
Exactly. That is the importance of making friends.
Like, it's really interesting to think about. When I met each one of you, I would have never thought that this would be where we are right now.
Bro, I never thought we would be doing this.
We have lights.
Yeah.
We have professional lights.
I met you like almost 4 years ago.
I met you
Beginning
like
of uni.
yesterday.
Dude, I met you July 2019. I met you November 2020. Agreed. It's been so long, I forget the year I met him.
Shalom.
I met him. I met you 2 months ago.
I met you when I was running away from your dog.
Yeah. No. I met him when. This is a really bad thing. I would say.
We live in those things.
I thought his voice was really high pitched when I first heard him talk.
But it's funny how the best friendships are always made in ways that you can't remember. Like some of my closest friends, all of you, if someone was to come and ask me, "Yo, how did you guys become friends?"
Yeah. Like I remember meeting everyone, but I don't remember what
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah. Like it was, I remember in grade 8, one of my closest friends, who I'm still friends with to this day, who knows many of my secrets, we literally became friends because they misinterpreted a message of mine. I was bored on a specific day and I asked them if they wanted to go throw a ball around because they played baseball and I played cricket. And they went, oh, I can't today, but we could do it sometime in the week. And in my head, I'm going, it was not an invitation for later. I'm just bored now. But, later came and I was still bored. And so I went to go throw a ball with them. And fast forward, this was grade 8, which was 8 years ago. And they're a very, very, very good friend of mine.
There you go.
I think friendship is a mystery.
This was the hardest part about this entire episode was staying out of the realm of Barney the dinosaur.
It's a powerful force.
So
The power of friendship. Guys, I love Barney. I could dress up as Barney for Halloween.
All I remember of Barney was him saying the F word when he fell on the stairs as a kid.
Listen, there are a few shows that I hate. I hate Barney.
No, you said dinosaur with RMX. No, that's not.
No. Barney, I swear that I was a very loving kid. I was
a few shows I hated, but I was a very.
No. I was a kid with chubby cheeks. I would laugh a lot. I would play with my dog. I would use my imagination. Barney was the one that I genuinely wanted to slap Barney in the face. I was a 10-year-old. No. Listen, There, I love two people. Roly Poly Oly.
SpongeBob.
Caillou. Right?
You made me want to beat the crap out of him.
No. Caillou was great.
No, he has cancer. You can't say that.
My uncle has cancer. I can say that.
Fair enough.
But point being, friendship
It's amazing.
has a lot. I think I wouldn't be the person I am today without Mandem.
I think friendship is the crux upon which man leans when life goes to hell.
Agreed.
And animals can be your friends as well, like dogs.
I think don't dither with friends.
But you may wither.
Yes. Make sure that you are make sure the people that you have, the people that stick around, literally hold them in your hand. Don't let them go.
No homo.
I keep them there. Right?
homo.
Tell them you love them.
No homo.
Tell your Mandem that you love them.
No homo.
Say it to their face.
No homo.
With such compassion.
No homo.
No, I will say it with however I want to. I love you. I love it.
All homo.
Your hands will be on your knees at this point.
Mr. Producer made a violation that should not be spoken again, please.
No. Yeah. Oh. Anyway. So yeah, ça c'est l'importance de.
Ça c'est
I thought you were speaking Japanese.
Important.
okay.
And ton. Okay, so, anyway, that's the importance of friendship in a nutshell. The nutshell being 50 minutes long.
Mes amis.
But I'm blanking. I swear. Vous. That means you guys.
Ooh. Let's tell the audience. Let's teach the audience the Hindi/Urdu word for friends. Dosto.
Yar.
Yad.
Yaro. Dosto.
Anyway, yeah. But the point of the matter is I didn't make very many friends in uni because I went to a different uni than these guys, and I did not feel the need to.
I totally agree.
Me too.
I totally
I
agree.
still don't feel the need to.
No.
And yeah, no, it's been a crazy ride. There's very many more crazy years. Hopefully, assuming we all survive it.
No, listen.
We will survive.
All of our kids will be friends. We will be like the Sidemen. We will be 50. Our kids will be like, I don't know.
Or if
50.
you watch Grown
All
Ups.
of our boy kids will be friends.
Yeah,
Female
grown-ups.
kids.
Literally grown-ups.
Like literally Grown Ups.
We will. I want all of our children to be best friends.
Mhm.
And then we will go to each other's houses for barbecues.
Yes.
And our friends will be chilling. And we will be chilling.
And
And then we'll never want to leave.
I will see.
And I will make sure to different barbecues or
And-
lamb burgers.
And I will see Wookiee's Miami Blue GT3 RS in my driveway.
2 of them.
2 of them.
Jason first that bitch.
Exactly.
Okay, on that note, please do type in the comments how friendship has impacted you. Am I fine to go?
Yeah, I keep going.
Just tell your friends you love them.
Yes,
Yeah.
please also tell your friends you love them. Tell us how friendships impacted you and all the cool types of friendships you've had and all the cool journeys you want to have with your
Or if
friends.
you have any other cool stories about you and your friends hanging out with each other, you know?
Exactly.
Always down to hear
Or
those.
if you've lost a very dear and particular friend and you feel like you need someone to talk to, the comment section is there. We will try our best to read all of
Yeah.
them and reply to them. Inshallah. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 10, 15 million comments we get.
Like, subscribe, dislike if you dislike.
share.
You comment and share.
Sorry, comment,
Don't
share.
if you're gonna click the dislike button, tell us why.
Exactly.
Just
If you don't like it, don't come back, dog. You know.
how about you?
No.
Just don't,
We're all about the vibes here.
just don't click the dislike button anyways. Just click the like button.
But no,
Use the like button as the dislike button. The like button is the like button.
But technically, if they hit dislike, it's still engagement with the content. So
Nah, but we'll be less recommended to people's.
All publicity is good publicity. Donald Trump.
Oh.
Oh, never mind.
Anyway. Ciao.
No, and do something with your life.
Let's all do something of ourselves.
What are we gonna try to a broad pair?